look at a guy, and just look at him from television, you're like, okay, he doesn't have the cap shoulders like Giannis. He's not freight trained like LeBron. He can't jump out the gym like a young Shaq. But bro, he just light people up.
Jokić, and tried to find Jones, got it back.
We are seeing an absolute master at the game of basketball like we've maybe almost never seen before at the peak of...
A 7-foot, 284-pound center just scored 18 points in 3 minutes of overtime. And not off dunks or putbacks, but with cold-blooded fadeaways, step-back threes, and perfectly timed free throws as a packed arena sat in shock. Nikola Jokić didn't even look like a traditional center while doing it. He moved like a smooth forward, calmly running the offense. What he's doing right now is something the league hasn't witnessed since Wilt Chamberlain was warping basketball in the 1960s. By the end of this video, it's hard not to wonder if we're watching the most unique basketball player the game has ever seen. The moment came on Christmas Day 2025, with Denver...
Goddamn Joker guy, man. What? He's shooting like... They say in like the last 5 or 6 games, he's shooting like 77% from the field.
Yeah, I mean, this season in 3 weeks, I think he's at 67% from the field.
Oh my God.
He is the best basketball player in the world. You're just going out there getting easy triple doubles and he ain't getting them fluky 10 points, 10 rebounds, 11. He get like 25, 16.
Jokić scored all 18 of his points in overtime alone, the most ever recorded in a single extra period, breaking Stephen Curry's previous mark of 17. Even more absurd, he went a perfect 100% from the field in overtime. He buried 2 deep three-pointers to ignite a 16-4 Denver run, then calmly knocked down his final 8 free throws in the last 30 seconds, as if he were shooting in an empty gym. The final stat line was historic in every sense. 56 points, 16 rebounds, 15 assists, and 71% shooting from the field, along with 22 of 23 from the free throw line. That combination had never existed before. Not Michael Jordan, not LeBron James, not Matt.
Had those 60 back in 84. Wilt with 59. And tonight, Jokić with 56 points.
Nikola Jokić, bro. Oh my God. He might be the best basketball player I've ever seen.
Jokić didn't just break a record that night. He created an entirely new one. When reporters asked him about it afterward, he simply shrugged and said he had a good game. That was it. No big speech, no chest pounding, just the same calm response you'd expect after a quiet 20-point night in February. If that doesn't force you to rethink what a center can be, then you're not watching closely. Performances like this are redefining the position in real time, and this story is only getting started. Most players. The individual performances only add to how absurd the stretch was. Against
being 6'11", 6'10", 11, with basketball IQ, skill, he can shoot, he can dribble, he can pass, he sees things 3 steps ahead.
Jokić with 7 to shoot, guarded by Aldama. Going behind the back to Watson. Underneath. Put it away, Spencer Jones. Oh my goodness.
Like, there's always a place for a shooter, right?
Yes.
Always a place for a shooter in the NBA. There's always a place for somebody who can rebound. Now, if you can rebound and shoot, okay, you're going to be good. If you can rebound, shoot, handle, you're going to be really, really good.
50 million.
Yeah, if you can rebound, shoot, handle, and your basketball IQ is top 5 in the NBA, you're unstoppable.
That came against one of the league's best defensive teams, a group known for elite rim protection, and Jokić still flirted with a 40-point triple-double like it was nothing. Earlier in the month against Dallas, he casually put up 29 points, 20 rebounds, and 13 assists. Yes, 20 rebounds and 13 assists in a loss. Even when Denver doesn't win, Jokić still dominates the entire stat sheet, and that's the part people tend to miss. These performances aren't outliers or nights where everything magically goes right. This is simply what his games look like now. This is Jokić on a random Tuesday. This is the new normal. Teammate Peyton Watson summed it up perfectly after the Christmas game, saying they're watching history on a night-to-night basis and can't take what he does for granted. He's right, because every generation has legends who define an era and set.
There on the screen, the Denver Nuggets 0 for 5 in overtime, and there's a hit. 2 minutes to go in overtime. Joker feeling it. Hits another three. 44 points for the Joker. Here in overtime, Denver started OT, missing its first 5. They've hit their last 3. Jokić leaner, good.
I don't know. I can't guard him. I was just the last man that was tall enough, to be honest. There's no answer for Jokić.
Some players operate on a completely different level from everyone else, so dominant and so unique that comparing them to their peers almost feels unfair. In the 1960s, that player was Wilt Chamberlain, the man who scored 100 points in a single game, pulled down 55 rebounds in another, and once averaged 50 points per season. Wilt wasn't just better than the rest of the league. He was playing an entire...
They got Pickett in there and watching 3, Jokić. Wow. Often. Jokić will now drive, and the big man for the Wolves. Underneath, Brown to Jokić. Foul, count it.
But what he's doing right now this year, what he did last night, was a reminder that it's time to have different conversations about him outside of NBA.
Jokić is that player for this generation. Think about it. Over the past 6 years, he is the only active player to rank in the top 10 in points, rebounds, and assists at the same time. Not one category, all 3. No one else in the league even comes close to that kind of all-around production. That Christmas Day explosion didn't just shatter records either. It pushed Jokić into 3rd place on the NBA's all-time Christmas scoring list, behind only Wilt Chamberlain and Bernard King. On top of that, he now has 180 career triple-doubles, just one behind Oscar Robertson for 2nd place all-time. And at the pace he's going, it feels inevitable that he'll pass him soon. The numbers get
74% of your games when you have a triple-double.
Really? So that's a winning percentage, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah.
Jokić is 79.
He also finished top 5 in scoring, top 3 in rebounds, top 2 in assists, and top 8 in steals, which is almost impossible to wrap your head around. No player in league history had ever finished top 10 in all 4 of those categories in the same season until Jokić did it. That leads to the obvious question: why can't anyone stop him? It's not for a lack of effort. Every defensive staff in the league has pored over hours of film and tried everything imaginable: single coverage, double and triple teams, zone looks, full switching, fronting the post and playing behind him. Every scheme eventually breaks down. It starts with his shooting. Jokić is hitting over 40% from 3 this season, which is elite for any player and borderline unfair for a 7-footer. Last year, he shot a career-high 41.7% from deep on nearly 5 attempts per game, officially killing the old scouting report that said to let him shoot. Then there's the mid-range game, where things get truly scary. Jokić converts nearly 60% of his mid-range attempts, compared to a league.
Somebody like that, you're trying to, you're not going to lock someone like that down, but when you're trying to slow somebody like that, like, what do you even do?
Yeah, you just do the best you can.
Size is certainly on Porter Jr.'s side. Looking for a cutter. Instead, he finds Brown on the other side.
Chance, Joel Embiid could play on Sunday on ESPN. Oh my goodness, Nikola Jokić.
It's literally incredible how many passes he makes where you're like, well, like, I tried. Like, it's just, there's nothing
Jokić creates space with footwork, angles, and timing, beating defenders before they even realize they're beaten. That's why this isn't just dominance, it's evolution. He dominates in ways that shouldn't even be possible. He isn't leaping over defenders or overpowering them with speed or explosiveness. Instead, he wins with positioning, balance, and intelligence. Night after night, he scores over longer, faster, more athletic players because he understands angles better than anyone on the floor. His touch is so soft and his release so perfectly timed that blocked shots are rare. He knows exactly when to shoot before help defense can even arrive, and unlike players teams used to foul intentionally, he punishes mistakes by calmly knocking down free throws at over 80%. The most terrifying part of Jokic's offense isn't his scoring, though. It's what happens when defenses try to stop it. The moment a double team comes, the ball is already gone. He finds the open man before the second defender fully commits, delivering passes so quick and precise that defenders describe it as unfair. Even Rudy Gobert admitted after the Christmas game that there is simply no answer for guarding him. On paper, Jokić doesn't look like someone who should dominate the league. He isn't built like Giannis, doesn't explode like LeBron or Shaq, and sometimes even looks like he wandered onto the court from a pickup game. Yet every night, elite athletes look helpless against him. Defensive Player of the Year candidates become spectators. 7-footers with massive verticals can't contest his shots, and guards can't disrupt his passes because the decision has already been made. Jokić dominates because his entire game is built on things that don't fade with age: elite vision, unmatched basketball IQ, flawless touch, and footwork that creates space without speed or bounce. He sees plays before they happen, reads double teams before they arrive, and attacks angles most players don't even recognize. While others react, Jokić is always 2 steps ahead. Even his teammates are still amazed. Jamal Murray has said it's not athleticism that separates Jokić, but pure mastery of basketball. And that's what should truly worry the rest of the league. Jokić is only 30 years old. In the modern NBA, skill-based players age gracefully, and his game doesn't rely on explosiveness or speed that can disappear. Shooting, passing, positioning, and decision-making only sharpened with experience. Over the last 18 months alone,